It's Kiss 104.1, Atlanta's R&B, the new home of the Frank Ski Show. Frank Ski, Nina Brown, and on the phone with us, we have healthcare veteran and entrepreneur Tommy Duncan, and also Mayor Kasim Reed.
What's going on, Frank? Good morning.
Good morning.
Y'all sound wonderful.
JetDoc is a virtual urgent care mobile app that allows anyone to see a doctor on their phone within 5 minutes. No health insurance needed, no waiting, no appointments. It allows people to get 85% off on prescriptions.
Wow.
Essentially, it makes healthcare attainable for everyone, especially people of color, and especially those impacted by this pandemic. Nina, did you know that a survey by Prevent Cancer Foundation in August found that 43% of people surveyed miss their preventive care appointments during the pandemic?
Wow.
Rick Ross, Kasim Reed, and of course, our guy Tommy Duncan have made it their mission to get people of color insured. Tommy Duncan is a healthcare veteran and entrepreneur, and you came up with the idea of JetDoc. Tell us about that, Tommy.
Yeah, thank you, and good morning. So I had a healthcare company. We insured 50,000 people between Washington, D.C. and Detroit, Michigan, and sold that company to Blue Cross Blue Shield last year in 2020. And so immediately I decided to start a company that would be very convenient and affordable for folks to access healthcare. And that's JetDoc. So It's jetdoc.com. And as you mentioned, we're virtual urgent care, just $20 a visit. And you have access to 85% off medications anywhere in the country, anywhere in Georgia.
Wow.
And that's what we're doing.
Yeah, see, I like the $10 a month plan that JetDoc has as well. And so what Tommy's being a little modest, but he provided health care to thousands of people in Washington, D.C., dramatically improved their health outcomes. And he sold his business for 9 figures in January of 2020 because he did such a good job of providing health care to people of color.
That's amazing.
And see, JetDoc is really just an extension of that. So the plan that I like for folks is a $10 a month plan. It's really a lifestyle decision. Folks that have access to doctors in their phone will have a better opportunity to have health outcomes. So when you have JetDoc, members of your family can use it.
Wow.
If your son or daughter has issues and is not feeling well, you can get on the phone with a physician in less than 5 minutes. And we have more than 500 doctors in our physician network, and it's right in your phone for just $10 a month. It's amazing what Tommy's done. He's just a little too modest.
No, it is amazing.
Put that Atlanta on him.
Exactly. Put the sauce on it, Kasim. This is truly amazing, Tommy, and I'm especially excited about it because I just feel like our healthcare for Black and brown people is just not what it needs to be, and getting access to it. You know, I always talk about how easily it is for a woman with a child to get healthcare, but men or people without children, it's so hard, it's so expensive, and it's really confusing with all of the changes that we've had in Washington. I think this is really dope. So let me ask you, is this a mobile app where you can also do virtual appointments if you need to see a doctor?
Absolutely, and thanks for asking that question. It is absolutely virtual, and it's a mobile app which is free to download. And not only that, right now, anyone who downloads the app, which is jetdoc.com or on IG at myjetdoc, they will get a free virtual urgent care visit for themselves or their family members, and it's free of charge.
Yeah, Nina, so when I went to the event at Rick Ross's house, they did a virtual appointment live. They just came up and...
That is so cool.
Yeah, Kasim did a virtual appointment, and within a couple minutes, the doctor showed up on the screen.
Wow.
And he was talking back and forth to the doctor. And the doctor, you give the doctor your symptoms, what's going on, and what's happening, and they can, at that point, even prescribe medicine for you.
Is this any kind of doctor, Tommy, or is it a certain a certain type of doctor?
Any kind of doctor, but mostly family medicine.
Okay.
Yeah, but the important part is when you're on the phone, they literally can send a prescription to your local pharmacy. So when you're having a conversation with your doctor and you come to the conclusion that you need, for example, some kind of prescription, they literally can send it to the Walgreens or CVS that's closest to you. It's a part of the app. And so we know that we're going to improve health outcomes. And basically, these are the things that Tommy has done for more than a decade, really put in an app. And we have Dr. Jackie, who is one of our partners. She is absolutely amazing. And one of the things she says is, because we're dying more, we have to do more.
Amen.
She's talking about brown and black people. And so Ross has done extremely well in life. Tommy's definitely done well. And this really is their philanthropy, because we just know it needs to be done. Everybody who can hear me knows what it's like when it's time for them to make an appointment to see their doctor, whether you have health insurance or not.
Exactly.
And so a lot of people miss that appointment, can't get off work, can't find adequate child care so that they can get off work and go see their physician. And this puts a doctor in your phone. It's really amazing what he's done, which is why I wanted to be supportive.
There it is. So, Tommy, give everybody that information again, how they can get JetDoc.
JetDoc.com, JetDoc.com, and on IG at MyJetDoc, at MyJetDoc. And again, anyone can call or download the app, which is free, and get a free visit with the doctor, no strings attached, no insurance required, and come be a part of the JetDoc family.
Amazing.
Right. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, Mayor Kasim Reed, we need you to hold on. We've got some serious questions to ask you. Our city is in turmoil with crime. There are some folks that are saying Atlanta is, quote unquote, out of control. I need to get your opinion on that. The city had its best and lowest crime rate in its history under your administration. We want to talk about that. And there's a lot of people that want to know.
Are you running for mayor? We need to know.
All right. The word is out, ladies and gentlemen. Do not move. Call your friends. One-on-one with Kasim Reed comes up next. KISS 104.1, Atlanta's R&B. We have to get candid and very serious right now, Nina.
Yeah.
On the phone with us, ATL, we have Mayor Kasim Reed.
Right.
Our city is upside down right now. Our city is in turmoil right now. Our city is going through things that we've never seen before, and there's a lot of finger pointing. There's a lot of
frustration.
People, frustration, and we can't pretend that it's not happening.
Right.
So, Kasim Reed, we got questions.
My God, yes.
There's an upcoming race for mayor, and social media actually was saying that you were putting some confidence behind Antonio Brown. Matter of fact, at the event for JetDoc at the house, I had that conversation with Antonio Brown. How do you feel about that? Is it true?
Well, actually, the social media post, that wasn't true. That was actually a dinner party where a group of guys got together to host, to celebrate another brother who was in that photo. And folks misinterpreted it as an event to support Antonio. I think he's a terrific candidate. I think he's talented, but I'm not playing in the mayor's race. I'm not endorsing anybody in the mayor's race at this early time. But I do think Antonio is a very talented guy, and I think a number of folks who are going to be in the mayor's race are talented.
Are you going to be one of those folks?
Oh, man, that's a great question. Not at all. I haven't been thinking about it at all. I spend a lot of my time fielding telephone calls about running for mayor.
Yeah.
But that's not something that's a part of my plans. And if I did make a decision like that, Frank and Nina, I would be on your air immediately. I mean, you all would know about it before anybody else. You see, I'm ready, Frank.
I know you're ready.
I can feel it.
Listen, there are so many people asking you to come back because you were very good on crime. Crime is out of control in Atlanta. If you were the mayor, what would you do first to help this crime issue in our city?
I think so many things. I think what you really want to focus on right now is using all of the assets of the city. So when I was mayor, you actually helped me launch the Centers of Hope. I opened every single recreation center in the city of Atlanta. I kept them open until 7 p.m. I would start with a variety of activities to give our young people to do to create more structure. I would be much more physically present and hands-on. Right now, I would meet with every single club owner in the city of every kind. I would put an awful lot of emphasis with our gas station owners in the city of Atlanta, an awful lot of emphasis in community centers in the city of Atlanta and be physical and make sure that we have an appropriate police presence. Really just running basically 24/7. So there are a number of things that I think that we should do because the level of crime and violence is just at unacceptable levels. And it's fracturing our city in a way that I haven't seen in my lifetime.
There were some people that were really critical on the decision by Paul Howard and Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms to fire those police officers early before the investigation took place. What was your stance on that? Because that's becoming an issue in this upcoming mayor election. People are critical about that. And, of course, after so many years, Paul Howard lost his seat as the DA, and many people pointed at that instance as the decision why they voted against him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to offer my comments on that today because I'm not going to be in a posture where I'm second-guessing elected officials. The bottom line is what I told you when I was mayor, that I believe that there's one mayor at a time. But I'm a private citizen now, and just like everybody else, I think that the level of crime and violence is wholly unacceptable and that we're not doing enough, and it's not COVID-driven. There are spikes in cities around the country, but they're not 60% spikes. And candidly, I believe if there was a 15% spike or a 20% spike, then people would understand that some of that is driven or COVID-related, but not 60%. So I'm not going to be on the air attacking anyone,
right?
But I'm certainly going to exercise my right to say that women ought to be able to stop at a gas station and get gas without being scared. I know that. And I don't want us to act like that, dealing with crime is anything new.
All right.
When I left office, crime was at the lowest level it had been in 40 years.
Wow.
Period. Full stop.
Wow.
And men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Amen.
The city of Atlanta was safer than it had been in a generation.
Yeah.
So it's not like we haven't had spikes in violent crime and then cut it. And you cut it by making a clear decision, being decisive, working at it every single day. Frank, you know that when I was mayor, I had a pager on my hip that let me know every time a crime occurred in Atlanta. I lived with that by my bed. By my bed.
Wow.
So it wasn't some vague thing to me. If a woman got her door kicked in, it was in my phone. And black women should not be in the position they're in right now. They are terrified. We have metal detectors on Phipps Plaza, Lenox Square Mall. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
In our lifetimes, we've never seen this, Frank. And people need to stop acting like it's not happening. It's not a game. You have the Buckhead community working to split off from the city. We've never seen this. This is not a game. Atlanta is a unique city in the world. It's an example to the world. Our unity has been an example to the world. I would never have conceived of calling the National Guard on my own people. I've had bigger protests. When there were protests in Atlanta, I didn't sit behind a desk. I was in those protests.
That's right. That's right.
So my point is, don't act like what's going on is something new. It's not. We can reduce crime in this city and have it back to a sense of normalcy in 180 days if you have the will.
Can I just tell you that I appreciate your passion on this, Kasim? I can feel it. It comes through, it radiates through the phone. As a woman who was robbed at a gas station at 11 a.m. in the morning with my 2-year-old son, I appreciate what you just said. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't imagine what you have felt. But that's what I get. So, Frank, you know I've been minding my own business. But that's what I get. That's who's calling me.
Wow.
Men who don't let their women get gas station. I mean, don't let women who are in their lives go to gas stations?
Nope.
Like, really?
Kasim, one more question.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you go. One more question.
Jet dock today, though.
Yes.
Amen.
One more question. How would you handle the water boy situation?
What I would do is to create an entrepreneurial opportunity to make sure that anybody who's acting as a water boy right now has the ability to sell water to city facilities, to centers of hope, and in our community centers. And I would partner with our major corporations to give all of those young people better jobs than they have as water boys.
Amen.
So if you have the energy to show up to be a water boy, you know, Dan Cathy has a Center for Entrepreneurship right on Northside Drive, not far from where most water boys are. And I would pay them and make it more financially meaningful for them to go to a program on entrepreneurship. And then I would provide opportunities with the city of Atlanta as a client for every one of those kids to make more money than they're making on the street.
Amen.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Tommy, thank
appreciate
you. Kasim
y'all.
Reed, I appreciate you, my friend.
No, respect.
Good to talk to you.
We can't
Nina,
wait to
thank you so much for having me on your air.
We can't wait to have you on our air real soon again. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
And we're
Bye.
we're gonna get this posted, this interview, on our social media platforms and all our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, so people can hear it again.
Boy, he was passionate.
He was. I felt it. And, you know, can I be honest? Can I just be completely honest?
Yeah.
We've talked to a lot of Atlanta political people on this airwave, and that's the first time I actually felt like it was personal for someone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's personal for him. You can hear it in his voice. You know, boy, that was tough. We may have to play that again before we get off. It's 7:41. Good morning.